And I was 11 years old when I had this return.
So this is why so many people hate Lil Pump.
100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. What? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist.
We have some top secret information about Lil Pump that I'm going to share with you all today. Today, we are going to be covering 7 reasons why people hate Lil Pump. But before we get into the video, guys, be sure to smash that like button down below because we have some crazy facts that I'm sure you guys are going to want to hear. Also, be sure to watch this video all the way through so you can learn why people hate Lil Pump. Lil Pump is a popular and upcoming rapper from Miami, Florida. He first started his rap debut when he began freestyling in high school with his friend Smoke Perp. Smoke Perp is also famous for being a young trap sensation who gave Lil Pump the encouragement to begin recording his own music. And also, guys, before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not trying to expose or bring any hate on Lil Pump. I have nothing against him. I just thought I'd like to share some interesting information with you all today. Anyway, Lil Pump is surprisingly young for what he's accomplished. Although he does not like to mention his age, he was born on August 17th of 2000, making him currently just 16 years of age. Many people are aware of Lil Pump's popular SoundCloud profile where he frequently publishes his trap music. Every song on Pump's SoundCloud has well over 1 million plays. D-Rose leads the way with over 7.8 million plays. Lil Pump has 6.35 million, and Boss has garnered 2.1 million plays in just less than a week. Lil Pump had his best year in the trap game when he went on the In the Meantime tour with the rapper Smoke Perp in 2016. Pump would actually drop out of high school, or not really drop out, rather get kicked out of high school during his freshman year, for getting in numerous fights with his classmates. Ever since his dismissal from school, however, Lil Pump has been out his own music for the world to listen to. Many people enjoy listening to his music on a daily basis as it fits the trap category. I wouldn't really consider it rap as the bass is almost enough to blow your eardrums. And while many people enjoy Lil Pump's tunes, some actually hate it. But this is not the main reason why people hate on Lil Pump. Today, we're going to be covering 7 reasons why people hate Lil Pump. So let's get into this. Number 1. So the first reason that people hate on Lil Pump so much is just because of his musical style. You see, Lil Pump doesn't really have any set lyrics in his songs. More so, instead of being a lyrical artist, he's more of like a flow artist, I guess you could say. What this means is that all of his music is basically him spitting out verses over a certain beat. People frequently hate on the fact that Lil Pump will bring together the worst bars or verses just to make his songs. He's called out for this as it is considered easy and doesn't prove anything about his rap game. However, this is essentially what made Lil Pump famous. People don't think that he deserves all this recognition from the songs that, take very, very short time to produce and basically just consist of him rambling behind a mic. For example, listening to someone like Kendrick Lamar, etc., you would notice that they have well put together and thought out lyrics in their songs. This definitely causes alarm and upsets not only people who like lyrical music, but also the rappers themselves. Here's an example in Lil Pump's Broke My Wrist. The lyrics start off as
Johnny Dang on my wrist. 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 Johnny Dang on my wrist.
Johnny Dang on my wrist.
Another fault in his video is that people just don't like how much bass, and I guess trap, he includes. Listen to any Lil Pump song. The bass just frickin' blows out your speakers. But the thing is, that hard bass is what Lil Pump fans love. So it's hard on him because the mixture of feelings people have. However, I feel that Lil Pump is doing a good job currently, but could possibly prove his rap game by adding a little bit more sensible lyrics to his songs. All in all, people just genuinely don't like him for his musical style. Number 2. Another main reason that people don't really like Lil Pump is because he's really young for what he does. Currently at just 16 years of age, he produces trap or rap music that gets millions of plays each and every day. I don't see why people would hate on someone's success for being so young, but I do get why this can be a cause of alarm for some. Not only is he very young though, but when he raps, the words that come out of his mouth are pretty brutal to say the least. When people hear the 16-year-old talking about popping all these pills and doing all of these drugs and just getting in these fights and doing just dumb things that are illegal, there's going to be some cause for alarm. He also dropped out of high school, or like, shouldn't this kid be doing his schoolwork, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, I think Lil Pump is smart for his decision as he's currently exploding in the music competition. Another reason that people don't like Lil Pump for his age is just pure jealousy. He's obviously very young, and being so famous causes older audiences to feel a little bit jealous. He's also an easy target to be hated on at such a young age. Number 3. People also hate Lil Pump because of his personality, or persona that he's known for. Lil Pump listeners / fans know that Pump absolutely does not give a about anything. And when I say he doesn't give a, he absolutely doesn't care at all. There are so many examples of him just straight up not caring. Starting off by dropping out of high school so early on, he set up a name for himself as the non-caring young teen trap sensation. Lil Pump also talks about doing a lot of drugs and really seems to not care for anything else. Obviously, a lot of rappers talk about drugs and, illegal things, but this man is just 16 years old and he's already doing this. But what else is he gonna rap about? So, as I talked about earlier, people don't like his simple lyrics and word flow he uses. This ties in with the idea of Lil Pump not really caring, as he most likely doesn't spend much time making his songs. But it's complicated for Pump because most of his fanbase actually likes him for this. He, I guess, inspires some people not to care. Obviously, this isn't a good thing, but look at the kid. He doesn't give about anything and is making bank now. But then on the other hand, you've got all of this hate towards his persona. So it's definitely hard on Pump because he has to pick between one of the two. And he obviously picked the young, not caring type trap artist. A lot of the music we listen to today, I feel like isn't really based on the quality of the music, but more the personality of the person singing it. The lyrics, the background story, and all of that. But for example, someone who is a fan of Kendrick Lamar would probably not like Lil Pump because of this. So it's definitely a twisty-turny topic of discussion for sure. Number 4. Lil Pump is known for getting into fights, hence the reason he was actually kicked out of high school. However, what gives Pump a lot of hate is that he actually fought a fan once. During the No Jumper show where Lil Pump performed his music, and he, fought a fan. He literally went into the audience and started going all out on a quote-unquote fan. I wouldn't really call it a fan for what happened, but it still doesn't make it right to completely pause your show and get in the audience and just start beating a fan. The audience member supposedly screamed "F Lil Pump," according to Pump himself. Lil Pump and his whole crew then went out and started a whole-on brawl. So there's a lot wrong with this. The fight actually brought an end to the entire show, and Lil Pump and his crew were escorted out. I'm not sure why Pump felt the need to go all out. This fight definitely caused a lot of attention, however, to Lil Pump, and some believe he may have actually set up the whole entire fight just for publicity. I'm not sure, but let us know what you think about this fight. Leave a comment down below. Number 5. So moving on to the number 5 spot, people hate on Lil Pump just because he's straight up dumb. Like, he does some of the dumbest stuff. There are countless compilations of Lil Pump doing dumb things on camera. Like, I guess it would be okay if he did some of these things, off camera or away from people. But to straight up have video evidence of all these crazy dumb things, it's just not good.
You're going 70 miles per hour. How long would it take you to drive 70 miles?
70?
Why? Why 70? Explain to the camera why.
Because 1 times 70, 70. United States is more south than America, bro. America's in the north down here, you know what I'm saying? America right here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So Lil Pump, as we all know, doesn't give up. So I guess this is just a plus for him. When those videos go out there, it gives him more recognition. I think that a lot of people actually like him for doing these dumb things, but most of his haters would definitely give this as a reason towards their hatred. All in all, if Lil Pump just wants more attention, this is definitely working on his part. People are going to talk about, oh, did you see what Lil Pump did on camera? He absolutely doesn't care. So I guess we can conclude that this dude is either super dumb or really smart for doing these dumb things. It definitely sets a name on himself. Number 6. So like I talked about earlier, Lil Pump has actually gotten in many fights in his past. From fighting in school to fighting a fan live on stage, Lil Pump has a name on himself for fighting. Now for the 6th reason that people hate on Lil Pump, we've got something insane. Lil Pump is actually planning or has planned to arrange a fight/diss track on famous rapper J. Cole. J. Cole and Lil Pump are basically the opposite. They both make music, but J. Cole is well known for having well-put lyrics and a good style. While Lil Pump is, that kind of this causes attention to J. Cole fans all around, as they obviously do not want Lil Pump starting beef with Cole. Number 7. Finally, guys, for the last reason why people hate Lil Pump, this one is pretty straightforward, but I think it's important to let you all know. People just simply put are jealous of Lil Pump's success. Like I said earlier, he's very young, makes a ton of money, and that's also a factor that causes jealousy. Lil Pump also does it so easily. He's just another SoundCloud artist who makes mediocre music and somehow got to the top. Lil Pump has a lot of jealous haters. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. We are also hosting a massive giveaway for every single person watching this video. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on our post notifications so you'll be notified every single time we upload. And you never know, we could pick you. See you guys in the next video. Hopefully have a great rest of the day. Peace out, everyone.
And I was 11 years old when I had this return.